60 seconds.
I'd say watching staticky porn is worth the money you sink.
Counting down the top 10 for this week, the number 1 song is...
Well, my sail's so
No! Cut! Counting down the top 10 for this week, coming in at number 2 is...
Incoming! Look out, kids, here comes a wrecking ball!
This is nuts!
It's insane, right?
I've got 5 aces. Can you beat that? I've got a can of Wilkins coffee. Nothing beats Wilkins.
That was weird.
And so now I'm even more not fitting in. I was getting good grades, you know, like always. So my mom says, you need stimulation. And I go, no, I'm stimulated enough right now.
That's for sure.
So she goes, you don't have a challenge. You need a challenge. So now I'm challenged, all right? I'm challenged to hold on to my lunch money because of all the big mooses who want to pound me because I'm a shrimpy dork who thinks he's smarter than them. But I don't think I'm smarter. I just do the stupid homework. If everyone else just did the stupid homework, they could move up a grade and get pounded too. Is there any more coffee?
The last thing you need is caffeine.
Hello, everybody out there. This is the Loud House Critic, one guy with 1,000 views on all the episodes I must review. Trouble Brewing, the 21st episode from Season 8, and likely the 354th episode of the Loud House. And not gonna lie to you guys already, I kinda almost didn't have hopes for this episode, and after watching it, I didn't really seem to much like it. Especially with the character of Lori, and maybe a bit of Luan. But do I still think the episode's worth drinking almost 8 cups of coffee so my brain can actually talk fast while Rita is actually saying,
coffee, 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 and now I gotta pee, pee, pee.
Or is there really trouble brewing in the coffee? But I'm not gonna do this one alone, along with one of my favorite guest star females, that girl Shay.
Hey, sup Loud House Critic fans, that girl Shay back with another review today. Thank you Loud House Critic for having me back. It's a pleasure as always. Today we will be reviewing Trouble Brewing. And I'm really excited to review this episode because I believe that this is the first real Luan and Lori bonding episode we've seen during the entire series, if I'm not mistaken. So this is going to be a great review because it's always great to see the Loud siblings bonding with each other. I always love to see new bonding episodes between the siblings, so this is going to be really exciting to review, so let's hop right into it.
hear that? The midnight snack thief is back.
I pray and hope that that's not Lily invading the fridge again like she did in Appetite for Destruction in season 5. But if it ain't Lily, say your prayers.
Guys, don't worry. I set a trap that should be going off right about now.
Why the hell are the parents even giving Lincoln the dissatisfaction look on their faces? They should be grateful that Lincoln could be saving their asses from being robbed. I don't know if he actually took lessons from Care or if he's starting to get so much better that he's trying to be in the Home Alone movie. Oh my gosh, that'd be a great episode, case of Care doing Home Alone traps.
Gotcha! Lori?
Lori, 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 Lori.
Oh, hi guys.
My head!
You're the one who's been taking our stuff?
Don't tell me you're dumb enough to actually try and steal my stuff. I'm gonna have to kill you.
Sweetie, if you needed all this, you could have just asked.
I didn't want to worry you guys. After paying Mr. Grouse rent, I'm pretty much broke. Ugh, I've had no luck getting a job.
I know how that feels like, even though I'm not completely broke. But let me tell you, it's better to buy my own place than actually live with somebody else, or even my parents for that matter. Can't stay with them forever.
But I feel for Lori for real. I mean, I'm sure we all do, cause it's really hard to make it out there nowadays with the prices of everything steadily going up and everything's going up but our paychecks. And it's especially hard if you don't have a paycheck at all, like Lori. Kind of reminds me of when I was in college. I wasn't working, so of course every time I went home to see my family, I would try to, use from them whenever I could. If I knew I was coming home for the weekend, I would hold off and let my parents buy some of my dorm food because, hey, that's just how it is in life. You can't make it without a job.
Wait a minute! I've been working part-time at the Burnt Bean, and I heard they're hiring a new beanrista.
Whoa, hey-o! Since when did Luan actually become part of this job? Didn't she used to be working at the Burp & Burger with Benny? Oh my gosh, please tell me that they didn't break up.
I never want to see you again, Benny!
There be no reason for her to actually be quitting her part-time job. And I don't even know how the fuck she even got this coffee job.
I blew my interview there when I first moved home. Remember?
Oh yeah, Homeward Bound. How could we ever forget about that? Especially when it was Luan in disguise.
Well, lucky for you, I'm pretty tight with our manager, Beanie Brewinski. If I put in a good word, you're golden. So, I'd be making money, and we'd be working together? How fun would that be?
Seriously, doesn't this sound like deja vu all over again? Especially in season 4 where Can't Hardly Wait? And speaking of, whatever happened to Lori's job at Lynn's table? Did they suddenly just decide to throw that out the window and decide a job didn't matter for Lori? Are people not willing to get off their lazy ass to go to work? But Lori and Luan decided to make their way to the actual job while singing a different tune.
Sisters, working together, chasing those burnt bean dreams, brewing the coffee. Sisters, working together.
I swear, them singing that kind of tune reminds me of something that came from the Care Bears New Generation movie. It has that kind of same rhythm as they're singing it.
Brewing the coffee. Sisters, working together.
Sticking together, we can make it. Nothing can stop us, we can't go wrong.
Incredible, incredible, incredible. Catching the bad guys. I'm sorry, I'm just getting carried away with that tune.
Good morning, coffee crew. Everyone have their 7 cups of coffee? Nope, just me. All right.
I ain't done crap lightning, okay? Because I'm Mr. Incredible. Not Mr. So-So or Mr. Mediocre guy. Mr. Incredible.
Shit, girl. And they call me nutty. That's why you gotta lay off the coffee. It's gonna fuck up your brain. And do me a favor, do not mix any soda with Monster Energy. That shit will fuck your mind up and it will make you so hyper all day you'll spend 2 days of not waking up.
I'm thrilled to announce the newest addition to the Burnt Bean team, Lori Loud. Let's give her a cafe.
Cafe!
Hey!
Cafe!
Next order of beanness, I'm off to a conference in Beantown, so I'll be promoting our top beanrista to manager while I'm gone. Say hello to your new bean boss, Luan!
Wowie! I won't let you down, Beanie.
I know you won't. I'm trusting you to keep the bean dream alive.
Ew, is there any reason that Luan should actually be in charge and being the boss of all this? Especially when we kind of know what kind of character Luan really is. But I'm pretty sure she can actually work and have a little bit of fun at the same time. It's kind of like the leader of the rack when Lenny got put in charge.
Wow. Imagine always being in charge of your little sister at the house. And now she gets to be in charge of you at work. Gotta be crazy, for real, for real. I mean, I cannot imagine a younger sibling being my boss. Child, please. You better go on somewhere and go wash them dishes and sit down and get out of my face.
Congrats! I had no idea you were such a talented barista. Aw, thanks. I hope you're okay with this. I know you didn't plan on working for your little sister.
First, I just gotta take a moment and appreciate Lori's maturity, for real, for real. I mean, she's grown a lot over the series. Those of y'all who were with us during season 1 and 2, you know what I mean. Because back then, Lori would not have let this slid, for real, for real. She would have lost her mind. But she's handling this very well, and I'm super proud of her. But really, though, Luan being Lori's boss sounds kind of like trouble to me. I mean, let's be for real. It's never good when the boss has a personal connection with one of the employees like that. I mean, at that point, everybody else already know they screwed.
Are you kidding? I'm totally okay. Just think of me as another employee. No playing favorites. Warning.
There's that sign of her mom and dad mining her DNA.
Okay, we're gonna hit the grounds running.
I hit the ground running, thumb in the air on the side of the road. Good work never comes easy.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist, especially when they say ground running.
Let's start your training with the espresso machine. This baby is gonna be your best friend. Treat her right, and she won't give you any trouble.
We need a hot bean Kahuna Joe Pacino.
One hot BKJP coming up. Speaking of drinks, you're gonna need to learn the menu. You've got your Royal Roast, Double Royale, Joe Pacino, Macchiato, Frappabino, Burnt Creme Brulee Latte, and the Slow Joe in the green pot. That's decaf. But then there's also half-calf, regular calf, double half-calf, regular calf, and half-calf, decaf.
Wow, that's a little too much for her to take in, especially when she couldn't remember taking people's order at Lynn's table. By the way, how did Lori already get so much hired in? Wouldn't she need to come back somehow the next day after putting her application in for today, you know? Especially when you need to be experienced with handling coffee or knowing what kind of coffee you be serving to somebody.
Then you've got your sizes: baby bean, tall bean, high bean, and the Bean Kahuna! Now, let's try making a latte. The machine can be tricky. Need me to walk you through it?
No offense, but I have a year of golf college under my belt. I think I can handle making a latte.
Suit yourself.
Look out, please. You're over-flattering yourself. Don't you be too sure of what you don't really know for sure.
Yeah, baby, I don't think that's exactly the same thing. You see, sometimes the things that seem easy turn out to be quite difficult. And other times, the things that seem the most difficult come out easy. I mean, really, it's just depending on what you're doing. You can't compare two different jobs like that. Those are two completely different things. Really, life is all about experimenting and trying new things.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Let's see here.
Oh, hot!
Survey says...
What is this?
Idiot.
I will kill you, motherfucker!
Help!
What you gonna do? What you gonna do when you don't know what to do? And not slipping up, bipping up, and hey. Oh, damn you, Martin Lawrence. Oh, that stupid movie. I just walked right into the Bad Boys movie.
When making latte art, it's all in the wrist. Voila! A perfect cappuccino heart.
That has to be one talented person to actually do something like that with their coffee. Even though I'm unsure how the way the Riddler actually managed to do this.
Now, you try. That looks more like a butt.
But that was just to present one big fart joke.
Remember, the butt is always a treasure trove to shit.
You're doing great, but remember to smile and use the official burnt bean greeting I taught you.
I don't get paid enough for this.
Cafe! Welcome to the Double B, where it's our Java to mocha you happy. What can I brew for you?
I think you added too much coffee in one single sentence. You want to sell it, not oversell it. Even Amber could do better than that.
And that is not made in Fireland.
Take breath, make connection. Take breath, make connection.
Take breath, make connection. Take breath, make connection.
Okay, maybe she can't.
Yeah, baby, at this point, I'ma take my little bag, I'ma go out that door, and I ain't gonna come back no more. For real, for real. Lori, baby, you doing too much. I can't stand when people be trying too hard, like to the point that it's cringe and fake. For real, Lori, baby, just be yourself. Ain't nobody got time for all that faking stuff. Ain't nobody got time for that.
OMG, Carol, Roger! Haven't seen you in forever. What is new?
Oh, damn, somebody she actually knows. I think the only person I know of that guy over there, I think he was in Cheater by the Dozen. But the other girl, hot damn. I don't think I've ever seen her in any other Loud House episode before. If they were related and Lincoln was older enough to actually date this girl, I think he'd be dating Miss Dan Martino's daughter.
Hey, sorry to interrupt, but tick-tock, you're on the coffee clock. I need you to clean the exploded egg bites out of the microwave.
Whoops, I guess the yolk's on you.
You want some of this? Hey, look, you didn't mean anything. What are you, his bitch?
Oh, so close. But it's still a butt.
It's not a bat.
Keep at it. You'll get there.
Why is it suddenly starting to feel that Lori's starting to be the butt of all jokes? No pun intended. But it just feels like it's just going back to her season 1 ways, where it goes from one gas joke from Lori and then goes to another gas joke with Lynn. But later during the evening, as the shift's about to be over,
You made it through your first shift. There's just one last matter of business. Your new employee review. Beanie's policy. Have a seat.
you know, normally a review like this would actually be available in about 2 weeks, but a progress report would be coming at the end of the year, if you're fully hired in.
Let's see. You started off strong, scoring a bean for effort, but you did forget to smile, and you gave a customer a high bean frappuccino when he asked for a tall bean Joe Pacino. Sadly, that's 2 grinds on your bean card.
I can see you shaking.
Keep your temper.
One more and you're on probation. But don't worry, I know tomorrow will be a 5-bean day.
Get mad, baby.
Oh, my tea is ready. Any takers?
Oh, that's good. Oh my gosh, the same thing what happened with Luan back in Feast Her Family when she says, I'm not taking over the restaurant. And now Lori's almost getting extremely pissed off about it. Her face is going a little bit bright pink red. And then suddenly the steam is actually coming out of her ears, but it turns out the kettle was actually behind her doing that. I just love how they bring this joke back. And it makes me always say that a girl is really cute when they're angry. Later that night back in the Loud House, Lane and Rita are actually going out. Who the hell cares?
We're trying that new place, Mitch's Massage and Macaroni. I'm gonna get the deep tissue massage with meatballs.
Lori, you probably want to get back to your apartment. So, Lenny, you're in charge until we get back.
Ooh.
And seeing that look on Lori's face, what could she actually be thinking about now?
Marina is mine.
Oh, actually, I'm in no hurry. I'm happy to babysit. I know Lenny wants to go out.
I do? You do?
Foot massage with fettuccine, here I come.
I'm sorry, so she's with us now?
Now, don't worry. You guys can find some place to just drop her off someplace so she can make her way back home by herself, and you guys can just do whatever the fuck you guys want to do. She'll be all right, I'm sure.
Hear that, everyone? I'm in charge.
Uh-oh, Luan. I think your karma is coming. Remember, what goes around comes around.
Pizza's here. Oh, yeah.
Every time I think about pizza, I think about Ninja Turtles, and I think about the secret of the ooze in the very beginning where everybody in New York was actually eating pizza. And I just love Pizza Friday.
Hey, where's the pineapple pie for me and Mr. Coconuts?
Pineapple? Huh. I thought I heard you say Brussels sprouts.
What the fuck?
Who puts Brussels sprouts on pizza? Congratulations, Roywood.
You've ruined pizza. First the Hawaiians, and now you.
I hate Brussels sprouts.
Oh, well. Guess it pays to enunciate.
Ugh.
Don't worry, eating a vegetable is not that bad. It's so much healthy for you.
Time for dessert. I asked Luan to make froyo smoothies.
Yeah!
Oh, the sprinkles are a little uneven. Why don't you try again? Don't appreciate the attitude.
Uh-oh, I'm really not liking where this Lori is going. Because this feels like she's being her bitchy, bossy self again from season 1.
And nobody wants that.
Can you believe it? $50 for a new unicycle tire. Talk about inflation. Hey, I was talking to Benny.
Okay, so you guys are actually still together. Okay, that still makes sense. I just hope in the future in seasons that we actually see Benny again and can actually explain about what happened with Luan's job at the Burpin' Burger. But her phone gets taken away by Lori.
Let's see here. Your job is to, clean the gutters on the roof.
What? It's dark out.
That is not a vampire rising from his coffin. That is just a house settling.
Take a flashlight.
Say, what gives? Are you mad at me or something?
What? Not at all. Why would I be mad?
You okay?
She sounded a little salty.
I don't like it.
Not so fast. We still have to do your sister review.
Whoa! Ah, there it is. You're mad at me for being your boss.
What? That's ridiculous.
Not as ridiculous as you being in this episode like this. Now I can see why people think that this is the worst. And I'm so grateful it didn't actually end season 8 this way, even though this season got split down in the middle.
Anywho, you lost points for the subpar smoothies, the eye roll, and the insulting accusations. That's 3 sister strikes, which means I'm gonna have to send you to bed early.
It's only 6:30.
How could that possibly be 6:30? I mean, honestly, you said so yourself that it was dark outside. How could it still be around that time when that light actually could still be out there? I'm too unsure about what season this actually is setting in, but honestly, there's daylight savings that change different, where the sky would actually be so much darker around 6:30, or it would still be light out around 6:30 and get so much darker around 8 o'clock.
On the bright side, you'll need the energy for all that bossing around you have to do tomorrow.
This is the Lori I really don't like so very much, especially back in season 1, how the way she was with Lincoln, and now she's actually bringing that shit on to Luan. Then again, it kind of feels good to put Luan in her place, and then again, Lori has no reason to actually be like this, especially when she's starting to take after her parents and everybody else who couldn't take fucking criticism. I mean, that's okay. You can do better next time. It's not the end of the world or the end of your life. Judas Priest, take a Prozac. A lot of it.
Sisters, working together.
Thank you so much for driving.
Oh, my pleasure.
That face, she's got that April Fool's grin look on her face. What could she possibly be thinking at this time?
But this is the manager's lot. Yeah, you have to park in the barista lot by the mall. But bye.
Ta-ta, Foxstein.
Get mad, baby.
Sometimes it pays not to be a bitch in time.
You're 5 minutes late. That's 2 more grinds on your bean card. 1 more and you're burnt.
Destroy Lori Marie Loud.
Or else let her be mine and mine alone.
I wouldn't be late if you hadn't made me park 2 miles away.
I don't hear anyone else complaining, and I wouldn't want to play favorites.
Oh, there's Deja Vu, and yes, there's Deja Vu, and there's another Deja Vu, and another late Deja Vu. And we all know how they play the Loud House characters in this kind of manner.
Right, Parag?
Please don't drag me into whatever this is.
Smart choice. Never put yourself in sister drama if you can avoid it. It can get very ugly. Trust me. Whenever I see sisters arguing and they try to make me agree with them, I just say I'm not in it, and I sit there and drink my whiskey and eat my pizza and enjoy the show. And that's what you all should do too. Don't put yourself in all that unnecessary drama. Just sit back and enjoy the show.
The seniors are here for their tall bean slow joes.
Fabulous!
Fabulous!
Can you get those decafs, Lori? I'm swamped with managerial duties after one of my employees showed up late. Not naming names.
And I'm sure you will find that we're here to rape and kill you.
It's fun to blame it on L-O-R-I. It's fun to be a bitch. L-O-R-I.
Managerial duties? Huh, looks more like stacking cups.
Hey, watch what you're doing! You're spilling coffee everywhere!
Ugh, stop micromanaging me! You're on a power trip, right, Parag?
Staying neutral.
Yeah, that's easy for you to say. Nobody's very neutral in the Loud family. Haven't you noticed?
Survey says...
For the land of the free and the home of the...
Stop singing!
Huh, she just can't stand taking orders from her little sister because she has an ego bigger than a bean kahuna!
That's a good one.
Whoa! That's a good one, Luan. I actually love that. I can't blame you on that. I have no words about that.
That's the small one, remember? Huh, guess I am good at my job.
Both are acting like banshees. Will you stop screaming? No, you can't stop them, cause they're both bitches.
I need my magic pixie dust. I'm Captain Hero and I can't feel my face!
Lori, what did you put in those decafs?
Nothing! I just got it from the decaf pot.
Decaf is the green pot! You gave them Jumpin' Java!
Well, now I've seen everything.
Here's the plan. I'll change the music to something calming. Parag, you get the bingo out. Lori, I need a large pot of extra strength Snoozy Time tea stat.
Snoozy Time! Got it!
Wow, these two stopped fighting completely all of a sudden and starting to actually be a team player for once.
B4? I have B4?
Bingo!
Rock-a-bye kitties, bye-bye you go. La 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 la, and I'm in the dough.
Okay, folks, 062. I-29? Anyone have I-29?
I'm a little too surprised that Mocha like that was able to put them to sleep. I thought you'd actually be serving tea to them with caramel into it. Then again, this is a coffee shop, so what can you do?
That's G47.
You can stop now, Parag. The worst is over.
Yeah, try saying that to the people who actually did superhero movies during 2024 when they really sucked at their job. What? Think about it. The second Joker movie, Kraven the Hunter, Madam Web, Hellboy the Crooked Man, and even that ugly Megamind movie. I mean the second Megamind movie, you know where I get at.
Wow, the way you handled that was amazing. None of this would have happened if I was mature enough to let you be in charge. I'm sorry. You really are Bean Boss.
Yeah, considering all the way back in season 1 and 2, you were a bit too immature, bossy immature, from being immature to going back to being the square one of the maturity woman you never became.
Look, sister, is any of this filtering through that little blue bonnet of yours?
Aw, thanks. And I'm sorry I got all revengey today. I promise from now on, I will be a bigger bean. Ah!
Sister love, what more could we want from the Loud House? But this won't be enough to actually save this episode. I mean, I'm not trying to defend Lori just because she was a new employee working at Luan's job, and some things that she didn't even know so much about, and then she started getting all bossy and bitchy with Luan just because she couldn't take criticism with her review when she should have been woman enough to actually be mature. And honestly, I don't want to defend Luan either. For her being in charge, she should have been a little bit more easygoing with Lori. Because maybe she was a bit too harsh with giving her first review, but she was kindly doing her job. Although I'm too unsure about how long she's been part-time working there when she should be full-time part-time in order to be in charge, to be like the manager, because you have to work for almost a very long time in order to actually be in charge. And Luan was no mature either, especially in the very end of this episode, trying to get revenge back on Lori. Even though Lori was the one who kind of started all of this. Like, she could have been like, that's okay, I could do better next time, and not be too much of a bossy bitch against my sister.
Sisters, working together, chasing those burnt bean dreams. Sisters, working together, chasing the...
No, that's not what really happens at the very end of this episode.
I'm just teasing. Stop taking everything so seriously.
And that was the episode Trouble Brewing. Yeah, it ain't too much of a shocker for how the way this episode turned out for me. Especially when I felt like I just got betrayed by Lori's character. Especially how the way she acted during the second act. Like somehow she went back to phase 1 in season 1. And there was a lot of things that did raise a lot of red flags. And especially about Luan's job at a coffee bean place. When really, didn't she already have a job where she was actually at Bourbon Burger with Benny? When did she ever get this job, and whatever happened to her old job? We never get so much of an explanation about that. And the fact that Lori actually needed a job because Mr. Grouser's being a cheap ass like Flip, which I hope he doesn't turn out to be. And Lori needs to make some money and not actually finding a job so much in Royal Woods, which I can't even imagine why no one would actually hire her, especially when her last name is Loud. But don't worry, Luan actually got her into a job at working at the baked bean bank kind of place. And it turns out, much likely on her first day, she didn't do so much very well. And Lori is actually annoyed and actually feels a bit jealous about it, so decides to get Luan back and start being her selfish, egotistical, bossy self from season 1 again. And there was a whole lot of atrocious and a bunch of nonsense bullshit with Luan and Lori, especially with Lori's character. Even if the ending does actually make them bond so very well to fix their mistake for what they actually went through, it doesn't make so much up for it for the rest of the episode for how the way we just felt like it just been derailed. And this was actually brought up for so many people, but didn't Lori already have a higher job when she was working at Lynn's table or even at Gus's Games and Grounds? I mean, which flying fucking job is she actually gonna be at? She can't be like this one person who's always getting each different job in every episode and then at the very end he gets fired. What are y'all even doing to Lori's character? It feels like some of y'all don't even care about Lori or Lincoln. So there was a lot of recommendations that told me that I think some people should actually skip this episode. Because it felt like it just betrayed Lori's character, Luan's job actually not being at the Bourbon Burger and actually working at a coffee place instead, which we never got addressed before. And the fact that Lori had so many jobs before, like somehow, I don't know what happened to those old jobs then. I mean, shouldn't she actually still at least have them? And that comes to my biggest problem with Lori's character. The way how she was handled about working around in the coffee shop, it felt like she actually forgotten everything from Lynn's table about serving some people at Lynn's table's place. I mean, did she not have the great experience actually with Dine and Bash, Cooked, or even worst case scenario, Can't Hardly Wait? And when she gets shunned from Luan's words about how the way she did on her day at work, it made Lori to return to her arrogant attitude where she'd rather be the one in charge than actually have someone be in charge of her instead. But even if old habits break heart, the love for her family is actually still within her and she still does care for them. It's just how the way they betrayed Lori in this episode. It felt like it just betrayed us with her personality, like she didn't learn anything from any other place that she actually worked for and still can't even learn how to take criticism, which would have been a total shocker if she was actually in the taunting hour. And that's pretty much painting the cattle black, especially when Luan was the one who got shunned in the taunting hour. So if you like Lori and Luan actually being together with their sister bonding relationship, you'll be okay with this one. If not, then I recommend you can just skip this and don't drink this kind of coffee. Now handing the mic over to that girl Shay.
This was a good episode. It was also relatable and understandable. I like how it's more down to earth and more realistic than Time Trap and 90% of Lisa Center episodes. I love the interactions between Lori and Luan. As the oldest, I could definitely relate to Lori's feelings about Luan being her boss. But Luan was doing way too much and being too extra, almost on the line of bullying Lori, especially giving her such low ratings because her work wasn't perfect, which again, no one is perfect on their first day. And I love how Lori took babysitting as a chance to get revenge. It was justified, funny, and personally, I probably would have done the same thing. Sometimes it takes you treating someone how they treated you for them to realize how badly they treated you. Because sometimes you could show someone better than you can tell them. But in Luan's case, she still didn't really understand where Lori was coming from because she only got mad and made Lori park 2 blocks away, then penalizing her for being late. It was also funny how they gave each other the silent treatment in the car when they were mad at each other. I'm that type that nags for a while, then give the silent treatment. But I love how the sisters make up in the end. I noticed that Luan didn't yell at Lori for her mistake, but instead tried to help her and worked as a team. A nice, relatable sister bonding episode with a beautiful ending. I enjoyed it and recommend for you to watch it if you haven't. Alright, folks. See y'all next time.
This has been the Loud House Critic. And now who's ready for the actual first week of February and is ready for a Lenny Loud episode?